Elite Dangerous now is 5 years old, and I'm still here, and so are most of my fellow creators. And we all, from time to time, get asked, but why do you keep playing this game? And you know what? I think we could all give you a somewhat short but hopefully concise answer. So, I set out to poke and kettle prod every creator that I knew that was still around doing Elite stuff. And here's how they ended up answering your burning question of why.
Elite Dangerous for me has held a special spot in my game library since I first installed it. The thrill of starting in a Sidewinder, taking out a bounty, and getting my first upgrade had me hooked. From there, my gameplay transitioned towards content creation and engaging with the community I built around it and the wider Elite community. The real thing that keeps me logging in is there is fun to be had in every gaming session. Whether you fancy PvP at a community goal or a laid-back mining session in your favourite spot, there is something every time.
Elite has meant a lot to me over the years for many different reasons. Not just Elite Dangerous, but Elite as a concept. Like many people in the community, I found Elite at a very early age, and for me, the one that stood out the most was Frontier Elite 2. I loved the scale of it, the freedom, the ship variations. More than that, I loved the ability to build yourself up from nothing into a wealthy pilot with dozens of ships. For me, Elite Dangerous is all of that and much more. It's not really the gameplay or the design, but rather the fact that it's an active open world that keeps me coming back.
I played the original Elite back in 1984 when I was 13 and I can't stop now. The original game made a big impression on me. I was captivated by the story that came with it. The idea of taking a banged up spaceship, doing it up, winning over the girl, and after many adventures, defeating the bad guy. Elite Dangerous is a worthy successor in many ways. Its graphics and sound are amazing, and the community is extraordinary. The story? I got to write a bit of it myself, and my 13-year-old self thinks that's pretty awesome.
Like so many commanders who grew up playing Elite in 1984 and Frontier Elite 2 in 1993, I too have grown up with Elite Dangerous these past 5 years. What initially hooked me in was the stellar sound design, but what keeps me coming back year after year is the absolutely fantastic flight model that no other space game even comes close to. The sheer freedom that Elite offers in this regard has really spoiled me from other space games on the market, since I am always thinking this isn't how Elite does it. When you combine this aspect with the amazing fights you can have between commanders, Elite's PvP scene is something special. And everyone, FDL, pray.
Like a lot of the community, I got into Elite on the BBC and then followed it up through the formats to where we are today. I like the openness of the whole game, the idea of whatever the outcome, the journey is always different. Whether you trade, explore or fight, there is something for every type of player. For me, Elite is a rebound game, one you cannot help but return to time and time again. Now with Odyssey imminent, the game will get a new breath of fresh air, which will waft through the content, prompting even more players to return.
Throughout my life, I've always enjoyed sharing what I'm passionate about with others, and my time in Elite has been no different. It's why I started my channel and why I spend my free time on the highest quality tutorials I can create. I know how complex Elite is, how difficult it is to master, and how amazing it can be once understood. It's that desire for others to understand this wonderfully complex game that has kept me creating content for the past 2.5 years, and it's what will keep me flying dangerously well into the future.
My name is Commander Katie Byrne, and I am a Thargoid hunter with the Anti-Xeno Initiative. I play the game because killing Thargoids is addictive. From my very first Cyclops kill to reaching #1 position on the AXI Ace leaderboard, the thrill of taking on Thargoid interceptors has never left me. Nowadays I push myself to fight as big a group of Goids as possible in the most unlikely of ships. And with such a great community to both play and socialise with as the AXI, I can't see myself leaving anytime soon. We wait in readiness for the next big move from the Thargoids. They are coming for you. We are coming for them. Glory to mankind.
Many people know me as the Mad Lad at the Oak of the Vomit Comet, a souped-up Zorg and Peterson adder that can fly through a mail slot at over twice the speed of sound. Elite allows me to perform all kinds of tricks and stunts due to its unique flight model. No other game comes anywhere close. From the ability to toggle flight assist at the drop of a hat switch, to having full omnidirectional thrust control over my ship. Even the humble Adder, originally designated a light freighter, can be coaxed into doing this.
I continue to fly in Elite Dangerous for a simple reason: discovery. And I don't just mean the discovery of the next procedurally generated planets, but the discovery of what it truly means to be a space captainman. What other game allows for you to make a name for yourself by chasing runaway moons and crashing into space rocks? The real discoveries in Elite are found within our ability to stretch the game with pure imagination to uncover just how much trouble we can get ourselves into. Elite Dangerous is that sandbox. It provides opportunities for those who seek them out.
Космос всегда притягивал меня, но я знал, что никогда не дотянусь до него. Тем не менее, Elite Dangerous позволила мне хоть на мгновение прикоснуться к этому бесконечному океану звезд. Впервые я попробовал игру еще в 2015 году, и первое, что я сделал после покупки нового Asp Explorer, отправился исследовать нашу галактику и ее чудеса. Этот аспект элиты самый ценный для меня и заставляет возвращаться в игру, чтобы наслаждаться прекрасными достопримечательностями и закатами на краю галактики. Элита является окном в мою мечту, и несмотря на слабые стороны элиты, я продолжаю возвращаться к ней и наслаждаться игрой.
What originally got me interested in Elite was the one-to-one model of our galaxy. The fact that I could go out into the back garden, point up to a star, and then go inside and fly to Elite was an amazing experience. But I think what kept me going over the years and what kept me playing is the fact that the game still, after many years, give me those aha moments. And sharing those aha moments with the wonderful people I've met along the way just made them even better. And that's why I'm so grateful that I've been able to give something back to the community through my guides, tutorials, my live streams, to entertain people, to share my passion for a game that I love.
Im Gegensatz zu vielen anderen habe ich Elite spät entdeckt, im Januar 2019, und die Lernkurve völlig unterschätzt. Ohne die unglaublich hilfsbereite Community hätte ich nicht weitergespielt und so viel verpasst. Die unendliche Freiheit, einfach zu tun, was man will, die perfekten Soundeffekte, alles super. Aber es ist die Erkundung der Galaxie, die mich immer wieder fesselt. Einer ganzen Galaxie. Viele Games nennen sich Open World, aber Open Galaxy, das ist mal was Neues. Die großen und kleinen Dinge, die man da draußen entdecken kann, sind einfach atemberaubend. Immer wieder.
When I first played Elite Dangerous, I was in awe of its size and potential, and the sense you got when you played it that it was a real, breathing galaxy, not some scripted storyboard. No matter how big the rage quit, my thoughts dragged me back. I guess I play this game because of the size of it, the sense of insignificance I get as I look at the gal map, the ethereal curiosity I get dreaming of what is around the corner, and the sense of satisfaction of how nice this game looks.
Quand j'ai entendu parler d'Elite Dangerous pour la première fois, le jeu n'était pas encore disponible. Et lorsque j'ai décidé de me plonger dans cet univers, ce n'était pas encore un jeu, c'était une idée. La possibilité pour un rêve de gosse de devenir une réalité. Une galaxie à explorer, des amitiés à forger, et un tas de vaisseaux à découvrir. Je crois que c'est en partie pour ça que je joue encore et toujours à Elite Dangerous. Après plusieurs milliers d'heures d'apprentissage et d'amusement, j'attends toujours que ce rêve se matérialise complètement. Et j'ai bon espoir qu'il le fera très bientôt.
That's easy. Where else could I jump into a spaceship and fling myself to the distant edges of the galaxy? I can explore distant stars and grand machines and feel the call of the void with each new jump. And dream that on the planet I'm orbiting now exists something new and different. And pretend that the things I find will matter to everyone else so far away. Out here, I am free, but I'm never alone.
The Elite games have been part of my life since 1984. I keep coming back to Elite Dangerous and this galaxy that Frontier have created because not only do I love being a pretend spaceman 1300 years in the future, but I now also get to share the experience with the incredible community at the Burr Pit and my family as well. Whilst I'm space trucking or bounty hunting, my wife is acting as camera crew or exploring out on the far side of the galaxy, and my son is a hardcore pirate and PvPer. Anyone who plays Elite is playing exactly the same game, and yet we all have completely different and rewarding experiences. It's nothing short of extraordinary. With Odyssey around the corner and everything we have to look forward to, it's a hell of a time to be part of this community.
Why do I play Elite Dangerous? Well, it's quite simple, my dear Watson. Space. It's so beautiful. Beautiful. I'm definitely with Markiplier on this one. Space is so cool. It's so beautiful. If I had the opportunity to reach for the stars, but reaching for the stars had a 100% chance to kill me, well, I would definitely make that choice and go. Thankfully, Elite Dangerous gives me that opportunity to do that in a video game, so I don't need to worry about getting murdered. At least by space, anyways. Space is awesome, but what truly makes this game amazing is the community. As well as the opportunity to make billions of space bucks, because we're not just doing this for money, we're doing it for a shitload of space money.
Back in the before times, and by that I mean the Nintendo 90s, I played video games deeply because I was limited to the cartridges scattered on the floor in front of the TV. Mario got my time just because he was there. But nowadays there are more games in my Steam library than I've gotten around to playing. Instead I've been jumping around the Elite universe for years. With all that choice in front of me, why is it I keep coming back for more Dangus? I think it's best summed up in 2 words. Narrative. Wait, what, I can't say that on Yamix's channel? Those weren't swear words. I said personal narrative. Hey, what's with the cane? Personal narrative! Ah!
Hey there, it's your pals from Ghost Draft. And we're here to remind you that when the real world's got you down, there's a place online where you can blow stuff up. When people get on your nerves, and they just won't leave you alone, when all other games get old and the new trends, they die away, there's a place that's not a place, it's in space. And it's called Elite. Elite Dangerous. It blows. In the good way. And we are here because of the community.
Even years after I started playing Elite back in beta, people like the great Scott Manley were referring to botched landings as Jingles landings. It seems my infamy in War Thunder followed me into deep space, but hey, I guess any news is good news. Why did I come back to Elite after taking a break for a few years, and why do I still play it? Because it's beautiful, and it lets me do what I want on my own terms, which usually means pretty badly, unless I let the docking computer do it for me. Luckily, I am a firm believer in the theory that if you can't do something well, there are going to be just as many people who will be amused at seeing you do it badly, which, considering the way I play Elite, is probably just as well.
What do you mean, why do I still play Elite? Look, I'm in space! I'm in a spaceship! You know, I've only ever played the game in VR, so from day one, I've been inside the Elite Dangerous universe. I still play because while the headset is on, I can get away from whatever's going on at work or in real life and just be whatever I want, you know, like a space mechanic out in the middle of nowhere. There's really no other game that can provide that right now. And that's why I'll only play in VR, because that's what Elite is to me. It's a way to take a little vacation whenever I want. To transport myself somewhere else for a while and just take a break from reality.
The mystery of alien crash sites and artifacts floating in space pulled my interest in the early days of Elite, but when we made first contact with the Thargoid race, I was completely drawn in. I still get a thrill when seeing a Goid, and even more of a thrill when I challenge it, or them, to a duel. Years later, I'm always drawn back to the Pleiades sector to pew-pew at some bugs. If there's one thing I hope to hear in the future when I'm in an instance, whether it's during combat with a Goid or after, is hearing my cockpit voice assistant say,
Massive production difficulty detected.
Elite is a game where I can hop behind the controls of a ship capable of interstellar travel and explore the galaxy that we live in. One of my favorite things to do is fly together with my friends in the community. Elite's a dangerous place, and there's something comforting about looking out the cockpit window and seeing a friend and knowing they have your back. And that's a feeling I've never experienced in any other game, and that's why I keep playing. I like creating a community that helps and supports each other, a group you can rely on. And when we fly together and jump together, I always hear Friendship Drive charging.
Oh, Yamix, what about your answer, sir? You gathered all of us from the stretches of the galaxy, but you haven't given us your answer.
Aha, well, simple. Bakstoties ar dažādām spēlēm laika gaitā sanāk uzdurties uz kaut kā interesanti. Elite man sākumā ieinteresēja ar ļoti unikālu UI dizainu un, protams, ar to sajūtu, ka tu esi tajā krēslā un vadi to uzsprikt. Bet, ja godīgi, tur bija vēl viena lieta, kas man aizrāva.
Oh, I know this one. Is it because you like yelling a lot and beating dead horses and squeaky toys?
Well, that too, but no, not exactly. I'm here for the same reason I played PlanetSide 2 for such a long time. Why, in fact, I have a feeling all of us play these games for this long. No, it's not the graphics, no, it's not the gameplay, certainly not the developers. No, it's you. You who watches the video right now. You who posts online, or simply you who floats about in space. It's you. The community.
The community.
We are here because of the community.
The community.
The community.
The community.
The community.
The community.
The community. The community.
The community.
We are here
We're
because
here
of the
because
community.
Of the community.
The communists. Community. Community.
The community.
And we are here because of the community.
The community.
The community.
The community.
We are here because of the community.
The community.
The community.
The community.
Indeed, we use Elite as a medium to just have fun doing silly things together. So thanks everyone. Because of you, we're all still around and glad to be so. So big thanks to all the creators that came along for this one, and you can find all their channels in the description.